Dan Weiss here with Rampage head coach Chuck Weber, wrapping up third day of training camp on ice workouts. So, Coach, how do you like what you see out on the ice so far these first couple of days?
Well, I've been really happy with the energy that the guys brought into every session, the 2 scrimmages, and I'm really happy the way the guys are picking up the system so far. You know, we talked about being a hard-working team, but we want to be a smart team as well. And, you know, the guys have done a really great job in the execution in the short time that we've gotten things installed.
And you make a good point because there is such a short window of opportunity to teach the system. So, talk a little bit about the process of unveiling them and how much you teach on each individual day and what you expect them to recall as you go into the following day.
Well, the biggest thing is, you know, every day we have a breakdown of what we want to do. You know, whether it's defensive zone one day, offensive zone forecheck the next, neutral zone, then we get into our special teams. And then basically what we want to do is take a little bit from the day before and keep adding it. So you're adding something new, but you're still reviewing something old. And, you know, if you can do that, that muscle memory kicks in, and then before you know it, when we're going to be an effective hockey team is when our guys aren't thinking and they're just reacting.
Today was the second intra-squad scrimmage that you had of the week. Was today's better than yesterday's?
It was. You know, I think it's a little unfair for the one team that doesn't practice first. You know, they kind of get thrown out and they just play, and you kind of saw that in both games, I think. But, you know, you see a lot of good things with guys. You can see some creativity, and the biggest thing for the guys is to play to their identity, and I thought they did a good job of that.
And we talk again about the window of opportunity being so short and just having really a week to make an impression, especially if you're a tryout guy coming in here and trying to win a spot. Has there been anyone that's maybe caught your eye that you could say, maybe not for now, but down the line, this is a guy that, you know, we could use in a depth situation if we lose a guy to injury or lose a guy to Florida?
Well, yeah, I mean, we've had a number of guys step up, I think, that have had a good camp. Ryan O'Hanley, who's a guy I know from Cincinnati, has had a good camp in the back. You know, Mike Montgomery is another guy who was with us in rookie camp in Florida, has had a good camp. You know, even guys like Daniel Koger, who, you know, is going back to probably Cincinnati. And that's what these guys understand. They're probably not going to make the team out of camp, but they're making that impression, you know, that if we need a call-up guy along the way, that, you know, we're going to be comfortable that they know what that we want and expect and be able to step right in.
Your team gets better and better each and every day with a guy who comes down from Florida. Colby Roback came in on Tuesday. Today, Tyson Strachan, Michael Repick both got an opportunity to get onto the ice, and that obviously makes your team better as well, too.
Well, definitely. You know, every day you can add guys when they're coming down from the NHL level. You know, it helps you pick up the pace a little bit, pick up the sharpness, and, you know, it's great, you know, to keep adding those guys. We're expecting to add a couple more along the way. But, you know, every day we should keep trying to get better.
The scrimmages, I know, sometimes get a little bit old for the players. They start looking forward to playing against somebody else rather than themselves. Are you also looking forward to getting out and seeing what your team has against Texas this weekend?
Definitely. I mean, because, you know, from that standpoint, we want to see our guys being able to execute against, you know, seeing different views, you know, actually get different systems and being able to read and react. And when all said and done, we don't want the guys to think this weekend. Just go out and play, have fun with it. You know, every time we put on the Rampage sweater, we expect to win. So, you know, even though they're exhibition games, we're going to expect these guys to go out and compete and give ourselves a chance to win some hockey games.
Coach, thanks for spending a few minutes with us. Enjoy the rest of the week.
Not a problem. Thanks.
Coach Chuck Weber, 7:30 at the Cedar Park Center on Friday night, 3 o'clock at Northwoods on Saturday afternoon as the Rampage will take on the Texas Stars. For SARampage.com, I'm Dan Weiss.